Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Learning Chess series. I have Angad with me, who is becoming more regular in the Chess 24 India channel than my supposedly co-host Adiban was in the Champion Chess Tour. And of course, we also have Nihaya, who is also a regular in the streams, in the Chess 24 streams. So welcome back, both of you. How are you
Thank,
feeling?
thank you, Srinath, for having us for one more week. At least me. Like I feel like sometime in between a week, I'll get the message that you are fired as a student.
Yeah, it's so nice to be back as well. I'm sorry I missed out on the previous session.
Good to have you back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
definitely.
been
Good
kind
to
of,
have you back.
We
I've
should
been
team up
busy
and
with
play against
my.
Srinath, and like he
Yes,
should get 28 minutes and Srinath should get 28 seconds. Like I think that is how it should play.
yeah, I agree with this. Simultaneous against both of us. Srinath has 28 seconds. We have 28
No, no.
minutes each.
Come on, Srinath, we have to make it happen.
Yeah, we'll do that on a stream sometime, a
Okay.
simultaneous stream.
Angad, it would be terrible if we still lost
I'm pretty.
against Srinath to 27 seconds.
I wouldn't do
It's
that to
still
my
possible with me
students.
because anyway I play very fast, right? I think 10 minutes is still a good zone for me. Like if you give me
Uh,
15 minutes, I don't think I'll play better. I'll end up playing the moves early only.
Forum already on the chat. Angad, your quiz format was too OP. Kudos to all the
Thank you.
people who have pitched in.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
oh, what's the quiz format about?
So I hosted a cricket quiz on my YouTube channel.
Oh,
So
um,
I was trying a new format, and basically you have to select the runs that you will score, and based on the runs, the difficulty level of a question will appear, and you cannot
It's
pass.
Is it something inspired from this ESPN school quiz?
No, it's more like it's Jeopardy, but without those, options. Jeopardy quiz
Ah,
used to have those dollars,
okay,
but they had
okay.
categories and buzzer system and all of that. So it's a mixture of various formats that exist.
Got it. I've also seen it in something called this BSNL sports quiz hosted
Oh,
by Suman C. Raman.
that I don't
It's
remember.
yeah, I think it's the same format. So maybe it all comes from the same root.
Yeah, yeah.
Meanwhile, first of all, Angad, apologies for taking you away from the match today. And
Let's see how the stream goes. All right, my one eye is watching the match, and one eye will be on the board.
cool. Same here. So, what do you want to? Do you have anything specific that you want to learn today, or do you just want to go along with the flow? Meanwhile, Ashwin has got his 400th wicket. I had to break this. I
Woo!
couldn't. So, yeah, very happy for Ashwin. Such a great player. Such an amazing player. Getting back to chess. Anything in particular you want to learn today?
My agenda was, if I don't know if that can happen today or maybe tomorrow, sometime later on, is to basically in blitz whenever we play.
Hmm.
And that is something you saw last week also. If somebody plays a very like random opening or has prepared for a trap, it takes me a lot of time to calculate what to play. And if you sort of have lost a minute calculating like 2 3 moves, it's as good as losing the game itself. Then you're running against time as well.
True, true. Absolutely. It's normal when we face something unexpected and unknown.
Hmm.
It really takes us off. That's what happened to our human civilization when COVID struck, and
Oh,
we
oh,
responded the same way.
Srinath, the philosopher.
yep, it's nice to be back. Yeah,
As
so
so, Neha,
um,
you had some suggestion against this, right?
Oh, yeah. My suggestion was that if you usually play, even for basic tricks, if you just follow the basic rules you've taught earlier, as in make sure like your pieces are well protected, like control the center, develop your pieces early. Usually, in most cases, you should be fine, right?
Ah,
Yes,
yeah,
in most cases.
yeah. Generally, what happens is you're getting a free piece and you get too tempted and you just miss that a pin that is coming or something else that is going to happen.
Gambits.
Yeah, yeah, that's the whole problem.
Yeah, so maybe one general advice I can give you here. Have you watched this movie called The Gladiator?
Yes.
Okay,
No.
so there is a scene where Maximus is thrown into the field
Hmm.
facing a completely unknown opponent, and then he strategizes. He says, the more we stick together, the better, and the
Hmm.
more we are apart, the more difficult it becomes. And then he defeats a superior army just by superior strategy.
Hmm.
So, like what Neha said, uh, when you get these freebies in the opening and you're not sure about it, then maybe it's better that you just follow the basic principles, just develop more,
Hmm.
keep bringing more pieces in, get
Hmm.
your king to safety,
Hmm.
and control the center. This was what the previous session was about, right?
Yeah, yeah. It
So,
happened today in a game. Like I had castled and then my pawn was on h3,
mhm.
and black's bishop just captured it. So I can easily capture it with my pawn, but then I would expose my king.
Okay.
So I did not. So I attacked it with the queen, the bishop with my queen. It could have still captured my pawn, but it did not. And I felt that the opponent was way higher rated, but then he just got confused about what I did. And then slowly, I started winning the game. So it did help not going simply for the free piece.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So, especially when you're starting out, it really helps to prioritize your king safety
Hmm.
and also how you bring out your pieces. The
Yeah.
more pieces you bring out, the more they control the chessboard,
Hmm. Hmm.
the better your prospects are in the game. Then you'll have opportunities of more tactics, more concrete ideas.
True. Got it.
So, this is the general advice.
So
Of
that
course,
means, Srinath, I have to learn no other opening.
true. If you can follow the general advice, it will, keep you safe in a lot of situations.
Hmm.
And apart from that, what I would suggest is each time you face a problem when you're playing a game,
Hmm.
just come back and check what you should have done.
Hmm.
In whatever platform you're playing, usually there will be an analysis option,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it will show you what the better moves. So,
Hmm.
step by step improve that way. You make a mistake, immediately you get that feedback and implement it in your next game.
Got
Then
it.
step by step, if you play 100 games, you will learn 100 new things at least,
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
and especially in the opening. And it will be easier for you to remember because you can connect it with something you already know. It's already part of your memory or part of your muscle memory. So it will
Hmm.
be easier to connect new information with already existing information in your brain.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to work.
Exactly. So this also, if you can practice this, I think that will be easier for you
Hmm.
rather than studying openings, which can be boring and difficult to remember.
Ha, you're right. I mean, you have to play games, and then you have like in between. I got into this mood of playing King Gambit, and I would
Hmm.
just play it because it would just make the game way more interesting because you don't know what the other person will play, and your king is way more opened up. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
but after a while, I got thoda bored with it, and I came back to my e4 e5, and I was happy.
I've been trying to play a bit of Blitz lately to improve on my time, and I noticed that a lot of people go for the King's Gambit.
Yeah.
And yeah, when I first started out, I think I forgot how the gambit goes, so I checked it up because there's a lot of traps in it that you can fall for really easy.
And yeah, so how did you learn? How did you learn when you
Oh, I just watched the King's Gambit on like YouTube, a video, and then I
exact
played it out on Stockfish. Like I played a couple of games with myself, and then I'm like, okay, if yeah, like how do I prevent the yeah, how do I prevent like a certain, what's the push in it, like you play
when you have problems in
e4,
the opening,
yeah,
yeah, in general.
e4, c4. Yeah.
Yeah, it's exactly what I wanted to point out as well. If you can also just go and check out stuff on YouTube and That will also probably be more interesting to watch than again uh, picking up a book or trying to remember or memorize something. And we have all this content on YouTube, Stafford Gambit or uh,
Hmm.
whatever.
बुक तो श्रीनाथ बिल्कुल नहीं उठ रही है लाइक मैं स्टैंड अप कॉमेडी की बुक्स नहीं उठा पाता हूँ सो फॉरगेट चेस it's going to be through YouTube only that I will learn anything.
Yeah, I think books used to be a very good medium of learning at
Hmm.
a time when there was no internet.
Yeah.
And even now, if there is no internet, I would just go back to books. I would have no other option. Books and clubs, meeting people, these kind of things. But after internet, after all this YouTube and other ways of learning information, I think at least there are much more options. And I personally have found that learning just exclusively through books can be very slow and limiting.
Hmm. And Srinath, if there was no internet, I would just cry and wait for the internet to come back.
Angad, you cannot say that. You lived what 15 years, 20 years without even knowing what internet was, right?
Yeah, but now I know it. Like,
Yeah, and there's no going back from it. Even if I feel like recently my internet connection went, and then
hmm.
I just spent hours doing nothing because there was no internet. What do I do?
Yeah.
University can't do anything. Yeah.
True, true, true. Absolutely. But I felt the same way about travel in 2019 that I couldn't stay off travel for more than a month in a row. But here I am, a year without travel. All right, so that was some general advice. Now, if you have any particular openings that you want to check out, feel free. Let me know. Like, something from your recent games where you did not know what to do or any such thing. If not, then we'll check out some questions, some general questions.
No, nothing is coming to my mind. Like a lot of opponents have been playing Sicilian against me, but I'm not facing any particular issue as of now with it.
Okay, cool. So whenever you remember something, you can just send me the game link and I'll immediately let you
Sure.
know how you should have improved. And that is how you build up knowledge, step by step, little by
Hmm.
little every day. And over a period of time, you know more, substantially more.
I feel like it would be really helpful if we could like cover some of the gambits that are usually being played in Blitz because there's a lot of tricks that you need to watch out for. And I noticed that in Bullet and Blitz, most players opt for gambits, at least uh, the people I play.
Sure, sure. So as black, what do you do against e4?
E4. Usually like E5.
Okay, let me flip the board. Yeah. So e4, you go e5, right?
Yeah.
And now let's start with the Albin. I think there are a few moves that white can make. F4 is one move, D4 is one move. Then these are the two main gambits, right? Is there any other move that you frequently face here as black?
Usually it's F4 and D4, right? Yeah, that's true.
Cool. So let's start with D4. This is called in general the second move D4 itself it's called the center game or center opening or something. I can be very bad with the names of the openings because we never found a reason to know the names.
Hmm.
After e into d4, c3, this is the Danish Gambit. Yeah,
Yeah.
and why I start with this is because I was teaching another comedian called Anirban, and he was very curious to know what to do against this. And I thought it would be relevant that everyone who are playing at this level. So c3, d into c3, and now white ignores this and even goes bishop c4. This is our starting position. Just give me a second. The refutation against this is actually very nice. Okay, so after bishop c4, there are a few different ways black can react, but the most simplest way. So you take this pawn on b2, white takes back, and now initially it looks menacing because you have this uh, two bishops looking at this. The king feels very insecure. If you touch this knight, then black is going to play e5. If you don't touch the knight, then you cannot develop, you cannot take the king to safety. So for this reason, most people are scared to even take c into b2. But you can take c into b2, bishop into b2, and here the move for black is to play d5. You just give back one of the pawns, prioritizing development for the pawn. So the idea is to get your pieces out more quickly and open up things. Black is 2 pawns up, so he can invest back 1 pawn in return for uh, this. So white takes bishop into d5, of course. White takes with the bishop, right? You wouldn't take with the pawn and close the bishop. That wouldn't be logical. So you take with the bishop. And here black plays this surprising move, knight f6. Now, do you see why it's surprising? Like if you're white, if it is white to play here, what's the first move that you can think of?
I think you'd think of just pushing the pawn. Oh no, you wouldn't push the pawn here.
You can take it with your bishop.
Yeah, that's
Exactly,
true.
exactly, exactly. That's the first thing you can, the first thing that comes to your mind, right? So can you visualize how this variation goes? Bishop into f7 check. Black takes with the king. Then white takes the queen.
Hmm.
And then how does black respond?
Then the black king, you take your dark square bishop to
Oh,
give a check, and then
bishop
take it with your
to
rook.
Awesome,
b4.
awesome, awesome. Yeah, exactly. So this is the point. King into f7, queen into d8, and now bishop b4 check. Have you seen this defense before?
No, but in this case, what if the white oh, then you can give another check. Okay. I was thinking, what if it defends it with using its bishop, dark squared bishop?
Like bishop c3, yeah?
Yeah.
Then black continues, giving another check.
Then okay.
So what happened as we go back, bishop into b2, here we played d5, give back 1 pawn. After bishop into d5, white is exactly 1 pawn down. Knight f6, bishop into f7 check. Now the pawns are equal, but after king into f7, black is up by 1 bishop. And after queen into d8, white is up by 1 queen, black is up by 1 bishop. After bishop d4 check, bishop after bishop b4 check, the material is black is still 1 piece up. And if you play bishop c3, bishop into c3 check, knight into c3, and now if black takes back the queen, then black is just up by 1 piece at the end. Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm.
So after bishop b4 check, white has to rush back with the queen. This is the only move. And here black takes bishop into d2, knight into d2, and the material is equal. Rook e8, attacking this pawn. Knight to f3, preparing to meet knight into e4 with knight e5 check. This would lose the e4 knight. It would lose an exchange. So black cannot take this pawn, and black just develops with knight c6. Black will complete the development with bishop g4, rook d8, and
And then
there
take
has been a lot of games from this position onwards, and it has shown that these black pawns are as good as these white pawns. So white has these two pawns extra, f2 and e4. Black has b7 and c7. All of the pawns are symmetrical,
Hmm.
and this is equal. The position is approximately equal. So this will be a very useful weapon because it takes off the sting of white's attack. When white starts with e4, e5, d4, e into d4, c3, d into c3, bishop c4, he's giving up two pawns in the hope that he can lure your king out and get it out in the open and get an attack going. So when you play c into b2, bishop into b2, and d5, this basically blunts white's attack. It nips it in the bud. So after bishop into d5, knight f6, it's like you are taking the wicket of Joe Root. Yeah, this d5 bishop, and the rest, there is no attack after that. So this is the way to play against the. It's called what? Danish Gambit. This is the way to
Yeah.
play against Danish Gambit.
I think we covered the starting of this attack. We didn't cover it this much in the last week's stream, and then the play and the my opponent ended up playing Danish Gambit. And he was trying for that, but I didn't go to capturing pawns. I ended up developing my knight and my bishop.
Yeah, the problem is your opponents are also watching the stream, yeah, and
Yeah,
they
yeah.
see that and they change their strategy according to what we are.
Or maybe that person was playing it already. Let's give him the benefit of doubt.
Yeah, that too, that too. The person is also practicing more. I was in touch with him a bit, and he really seems to be enjoying. He really seems to be into chess. So this is the Danish Gambit. Now next, let's go to the King's Gambit. This is clear, yeah? Shall we move on?
Yep.
Niha, you as well, yeah?
What?
Shall we move on?
Yeah, yes,
This
please.
was clear, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you were quiet for a few more minutes, people would have started assuming you are hostage, being held
Last
hostage.
time somebody said, "Na blink your eye if you are being held
Because
hostage."
if I think I actually did blink my eyes for a second there, but yeah, it was a joke, guys.
Yeah.
Of course, of course. You know, when I initially started joining these Among Us streams with people like Nishant and Suhani and all these people, uh, I never got a chance to talk. Anytime I opened my mouth, I would be interrupted by three or four people. And
Yeah.
I didn't, being polite, I just couldn't interrupt back. So I
Yeah.
went through the whole of first stream without talking a single word and just playing Among
Oh.
Us.
I can so imagine that
Like,
happening.
how do you play Among Us without talking?
I would always be the good person, the non-imposter,
Crewmates?
and
Yeah.
yeah, the crewmate, and then that's basically how we devised this learning chess streams. I had to find a way to do all the talking and let them be silent, and that's how we started the learning chess.
Oh, so it's a revenge for all the Among Us streams that you were made to
Yes,
sit
yes,
through.
yes. It's a revenge
Oh,
for
Well, we are gaining out of it,
okay.
so we are absolutely fine.
yeah. You have to thank
Yeah.
the Jagrata gang. So e4, e5, f4, e into f4. You take it, don't blink, and then your opponent, in most probability, will play knight f3.
Yes.
So against this also, I will show you a very simple setup of how you can develop your pieces and get out of the opening without any problem. Uh, After knight f3, you start with knight f6, the typical developing move.
Hmm.
This is also known as the Shallop's defense.
Okay.
Your opponent. So how would you react as white naturally?
You would move your d2 pawn.
Like d3.
Yes.
Okay, so if white
Um,
plays something
you
like
can
d3,
even push
Your knight.
e5, right? E5
yeah, yeah,
after
yeah, exactly,
c4.
exactly. e5 would
Hmm.
be the natural reaction,
Yeah.
but if white plays d3, then black can just play d5. This would be how black should react. Now, what we should realize is when white plays f4 initially and gives up this pawn, which is an ancient opening and rich legacy, rich heritage, but he's giving up an important f pawn. The
Hmm.
f pawn is important because, in general, it serves as the first cover for the king. So after the f pawn is out, if you can, for example, get this bishop onto this diagonal and let it stay, it's going to be difficult for white to castle. So it's a pretty risky strategy. And after knight f3, knight f6, d3, d5. The thing about knight f6 against the king's gambit is if you can defend this pawn with knight h5, then it's not going to be easy for white to take that pawn. You might end up just being a pawn up. So d3, d5, and general strategy for black here would be to play knight to c6.
But if you play d5, then the white can simply take it with his bishop, right? The pawn.
But then I will take on e4 then, yeah.
Okay.
And if he takes with the pawn, then you can recapture with the knight.
Hmm. And then you're
And
protected.
then if he attacks your knight, then you can put it on even e3. It would be a good idea to exchange it with this bishop as well, because then your dark square presence will be even more.
Hmm. Hmm.
So the
Hmm.
basic thing is you are getting out of the opening by developing your pieces and getting your king safe.
Hmm.
And this is our first goal in any case, yeah.
Yep.
And apart from that, sometimes you even get a better position, like with a pawn up. So this d5 is an important move. Yeah, it's also something I think I mentioned briefly in our previous session. In general, this d5 is an important move against these gambits in order to get your pieces out.
Hmm. Hmm.
And in some cases, it even works with white bishop on c4 in these kind of situations. But maybe we'll get to that later in the subsequent sessions. Like there are positions where these kind of things happen, yeah.
Hmm.
And now if you move your knight, then white just takes on f7. King into f7, knight g5 check. And your king is out in the open. White has a furious attack.
Hmm.
So then how do you respond in a situation like this? Black to play.
What happens if you play d5 here?
Exactly. So here you should play d5. This is the thematic way to respond. And now if white takes on f6, black takes on c4. And now if he gives you a check, you have this move bishop to e6, which protects your king.
Hmm. Hmm.
And you can even castle long here, and you have these very strong pawns. So d5 is an important move,
Hmm.
the saving idea against these kind of situations.
If you take, acha,
Yeah,
if you take d5, you can do en passant, but then there is no advantage.
yeah. Then you got rid of that dangerous pawn.
Ah, got it.
Yeah.
I think so on the chat there's an entire conversation going about the effectiveness of gambits when it comes to learning chess. Srinath, what are your 2 cents on this? Yeah.
The effectiveness of gambits, it's very effective actually if your opponent does not know what to do. Now, all these things that we are doing right now, like all the things that we are learning, has already been learned. Yeah, we are just going over like the way chess started in the 18th century with all these gambits. That's how chess started out. And it started out that way because it worked very effectively. So it can really work. at a lower level until your opponents know how to react against it. And then it stops working.
Hmm.
So if it works for you and if you're able to play it successfully, then it's not a bad thing at all. In the past, these things were actively discouraged by saying that it's bad for your game. But I would be a bit more flexible on that, in the sense that if it works, it works. If something works, then it works.
Hmm.
And if it stops working, then you need to find alternate solutions. And in many situations, even if it keeps working, it's good to have more than uh, one way of playing. So, because it would be difficult for you to make that switch only when things start going wrong. So, it's
Hmm.
always good to learn new things, have these options ready. Now, it was a huge revelation for me when I started my YouTube channel, and I came to learn that almost more than 85% of my subscribers
Hmm.
were they played exclusively online, and more than 95% of them did not have a FIDE rating. So
Hmm.
pre-pandemic, I wouldn't even have been aware of the existence of this group of people who did not even have FIDE rating. It was it was a situation I was in when I was like 6 or 7, more than 15 years ago.
Yeah.
And in that case, my advice would have been different. Maybe I would also actively discouraged these things.
Hmm.
But for this group of people who are only playing online speed chess with less time control, gambits are a very effective way. Essentially, whatever helps you take your opponent outside their range of
Comfort
known
zone.
things. Yeah, and within your range of knowledge and outside theirs, it works. As simple as that. This is universal amongst all levels.
Got it.
So getting back to this f4 into f4, knight f3, knight f6. Now white has to play e5. That is the most natural reaction for a king's gambit player. And here it's important to take your knight to h5. This is the square for the knight in this system, this setup. Going against the general principle, which is knight on the rim is dim. And in Hindi also there is an equivalent. कोने में घोड़ा काम करे थोड़ा something.
What
कोने
does
में
that
घोड़ा काम
mean?
करे थोड़ा, yeah. Sounds like something. Yeah.
Yeah,
What does that mean?
It means
it's
the horse
a
is in one corner, so it's like less effective. So it's doing
Oh,
less work.
yeah. So knight h5. It is in the corner, but you can get it back to f6 by just playing d6 in the next move. So you play d6,
Hmm.
and white usually will have to take. You take with your bishop, and then you bring this back, and it works.
Okay.
So knight h5, here white can either continue with bishop e2, normal developing move. Your idea will be to play d6.
um, what happens if you try to play something like b5? I mean, sorry, g5.
Good question. g5 is also quite possible here. It's a good idea against the against the King's Gambit in general.
Oh,
But if you can pull it off, it's not a bad idea at all. You can play it. It's not easy to pull it off because then again there's the issue of your king's safety. It's not the most simplest way to play.
Hmm. Then you can only do queenside castling. The kingside option is gone.
Yeah, true. The reason why g5 is so effective against the King's Gambit in general is because after you play g4 and the knight is forced to move, then you give a queen h4 check and bring the king onto the center. But on the other hand, generally these King's Indian players, they will be happy to just give up this knight after g4 and go berserk. So
Okay.
psychologically also it works better against them if you take them out of their attacking zones
Hmm.
and diffuse the game and take it to simpler waters.
Okay.
So here there are two ways. You play d6 and then force your opponent to take e into d6, bishop into d6, and castle shot. The knight can easily come back to f6. White does not have a way to retain this pawn onto e5 because if he plays d4 and you take d into e5, then if he takes d into e5 back, queen into d1, you exchange off the queen.
Hmm.
So that also diffuses white's attack. So this is not an option. Another way for black to continue on with his development is you can play the pawn to g6 and fianchetto, bishop g7 castle.
Hmm. Hmm.
This also works well. So for example, d6, let's say he just castle shot, and now you first develop this bishop with g6, then say d4, bishop g7, knight c3, and now short castle, and
There,
your king is
what
safe.
there before like Newcastle, what if white moves g4?
I can
There.
take it with the bishop, no?
Oh, okay, yeah, sorry, I missed out on the bishop there.
Yeah, we have that covered.
Yeah, that's true.
This is one of the simplest ways to play against the King's Gambit, but it will be useful for us to see even more here, because in again after f4 into f4 itself, there are many other moves like bishop c4 or knight c3. The drawback of this is the reason why white plays 3 knight f3 is because they want to prevent this queen h4 check,
Hmm. Hmm.
and if they play some other move like knight c3, then you can just go queen h4 check and the king is forced to move, and now you can just come back queen e7. It's a very effective move actually, this queen on e7, because
Hmm.
now this e4 pawn is under constant attack and black's threat is to play d5. So
Yeah.
you're directly going against white's weak king.
But if you play d5, then it can simply take it with its knight, and then
Yeah,
you
but
can
then
take
you
the
take
pawn.
on
Yeah.
e4 with
Yeah.
check.
Yeah. Sorry. Sorry.
So like example, something like this, then you take on e4 with check and
Then the knight is
GG. Yeah,
poisoned.
yeah, exactly. So this is the
Hmm. Hmm.
way to play against knight c3. And if white plays bishop to c4 also, then also you give queen h4 check. First, bring his king to the center. And after he goes king f1, here queen e7 is not effective the same way. The white king is not on e2. But you can just focus on your development now with d6. If
Wouldn't
white
it be more interesting if you play your dark square bishop to c5?
The problem here is then it allows white to play d4.
Hmm.
So he always has this.
Got it.
So here the danger for black is if white, starts attacking your queen with every step,
Hmm.
then he can get his pieces out very quickly.
Hmm.
Something like this. So something like d6 would be a very useful move in controlling the e5 square and in helping you develop. And if he attacks your queen, you can put this knight onto f. You can put this queen onto h6, and now the next move you go with the bishop to e6. Once again, taking out this dangerous light square bishop. Yeah, he's like this Steve Smith, Joe Root, whatever. You take it out, and the attack stops in most of 1 e4 e5 openings.
Okay.
Yeah, so we can go on for a long time, but this is the general strategy, the general way to play against the King's Gambit. A very basic, a very basic sketch, but good enough to allow you to go and play games. And
Hmm.
then again, after you play games and come back, uh, you will be able to absorb it better. So this is the, I think this is generally one of the most optimal ways of learning, you know. You should just learn, you should learn just enough to be able to go out there and play. And then once you have some experience, you can always come back, learn more, get better, and again go back out and play more. It's not, it's not at all possible to uh, be completely prepared before you go out to play.
Hmm. Hmm.
So it's always better you start playing as soon as possible. All right. So any other E4 E5 openings that you want to know how to play against?
I recently got one where I recently got a couple where I played e4 and the guy played d5.
Ha, yes, yes, yes. I saw you were having a bit of problems here.
Hmm.
And I also see on the chat someone asking this question that about not taking your queen out in the early. Yes, in general, it's actively discouraged to take your queen out early in the opening, but here it's an exception because the white
Is
king is forced to
naked.
stay in the center. So uh, it's an exception, and that is also one of the important concepts in chess. It's not always about advancing your things, but sometimes it's also preventing or impeding or stopping your opponent from doing certain things. So e4 d5 with the white pieces. Now you take e into d5, black takes queen into d5. And now the reason why this opening is not as highly regarded as some of the other openings is because firstly it allows white to get development with tempo, knight c3,
Hmm.
and the queen has to move, and now you can develop normally in whichever way you want. Some of the simplest development setups, you start with your bishop, you play the pawn to d3, bishop to d2.
And
Like,
then you go to
why I
d.
say you start with your bishop is because sometimes black players they love to get these pieces out quickly,
Hmm.
castle long, and start an attack against your center. So the safest way for you would be to play the bishop to c4 and then this pawn to d3. So when you put this pawn to d3 instead of d4, it becomes less of a target. So bishop c4. Let's say your opponent plays something like knight f6. Then you just go d3. And now whatever they play, you can just develop with either bishop d2 or knight f3 and castle shot. So when you're playing knight f3, just be careful against this bishop g4 move. So two things. One is it's probably better to develop your knight to f3 after this bishop has developed to f5. And if that doesn't happen, you can always also start with h3 and then play
But
knight to
what is the
f3.
risk of the knight being developed, of the bishop coming to g4
Then you get into this unpleasant pin.
pin?
Yeah,
But
like
generally,
knight.
after these moves, I'll play an h3. So either he will capture the knight or he will back off. And then,
Yeah. This also you can do. Like you can play this and then you can play g4.
yeah.
But then you may have to castle long because it's no
Hmm.
longer safe to castle here.
Hmm. Hmm.
But it's possible. You can always castle long. So if you want to castle this side, then the setup that you want to be taking is this d3, bishop to d2, and then the queen goes to e2, and you calculate. Yeah,
All right.
and after knight c3, black queen can also sometimes go and give you a check with queen e5 check or queen e6 check. This used to be a huge problem for me when I used to start playing chess and I didn't know how to react. So then bishop e2, queen g6. This is how it used to attack me. But here you can simply defend with bishop f3.
Mm-hmm.
The d4 setup by white, it's possible, but it might invite some kind of attack against the, yeah, it might give some kind of attack against the uh, white center. So this is a simpler and safer setup. And once we get out of the opening safe, then you get a game to play. And then there is some fun, yeah. But otherwise, if you just get a bad position out of the opening, the whole game loses that fun part.
Yeah, then you're just catching up.
Exactly, exactly. So that wouldn't be nice. So as much as possible, I'm trying to teach safe and simple setups which are easy to play and which gets you in a position where you can get a game.
Mm.
What about the Queen's Gambit?
The Queen's Gambit is quite lengthy.
Yeah,
I
very
think
lengthy, very positional.
yeah, it's also a very simple setup, which is why it has stood the test of time and it has been in existence for more than I think it's been around for almost 200 years probably.
But now
Uh,
I see all the GMs, they don't develop Queen's Gambit using their pawns. They will first play their knights and then they bring the pawns into the picture.
True, true, true. So after d4, there are two ways. Yeah, you either start with d5. This is also possible. c4, e6.
C4, yeah.
This is the classical Queen's Gambit position.
Yeah,
And
I
there
always
is,
decline it. I've never accepted Queen's Gambit. I've always declined.
so you play
Oh,
d4, d5, is it?
Yeah.
The other way is to start with d4, knight of 6, c4, e6. This we'll cover in one of the other streams.
Hmm.
It's time for the Discord portion of our
Woo!
stream. Time to get some games, time to learn some lessons. We have the usual suspects on the waiting room of Discord already. For those
oh,
who are new here, please feel free to go to the Chess 24 India Discord channel and join the waiting room. And Nihaya, you as well. You can go directly to the live VC.
yeah.
Cool. So we are all at the live VC, and I see there's Aman, there is Hardik. They've already played quite a few games here, but still, let's start with someone who probably hasn't played before. Abhyudya. Hi, are you there? Uh, I'm not sure if Abhyudya is there. Go for Suryansh Mishra. Hi, Suryansh, are you there? Can't hear you. Can the others hear him? Okay, everyone else seems to be talking, but hang on. I think I have to change my Discord settings. I can't hear anyone.
Can't hear him out?
Ha,
You
now I
can't
can,
hear
now
him?
I can, now I can. Yeah, yeah, it was a problem with
हेलो
my,
हेलो
yeah.
हेलो सर.
Hi, Suryansh, how are you?
हाय सर. आपको सर समय की स्ट्रीम से देखते आ रहे, आज फाइनली मिल ही गए. हाय सर.
Have you played before in the Chess 24 streams?
सर नहीं, अभी तो हमने शायद कल ही चेस 24 का डिस्कॉर्ड ज्वाइन करा है.
Acha, okay. So, have you created a
Uh,
Chess 24 account?
Suryansh, तूने
ये
क्या have you switched on the stream as well? Because there is थोड़ा सा echo आ रहा है.
हाँ सर, करी थी ऑन, वो स्ट्रीम ही
हाँ
देख रहे थे. आ रहे हैं
हाँ वो
वापस
म्यूट कर
डिस्कॉर्ड
दे
पे.
उसको.
हाँ सर, कर दी.
Okay. Srinath, continue.
Yeah, so how did you start playing chess, Suryansh, and how did you get into chess?
सर लास्ट ईयर जैसे लॉकडाउन हुआ था, तो ऐसे यूट्यूब पे स्क्रॉल कर रहे, तो यही समय रहना कि एक दिन स्ट्रीम दिख गई. तभी से थोड़ा देखते रहे, तब से शुरू करा थोड़ा थोड़ा.
Awesome, awesome. You understood that, no, Niha?
Yeah, I did.
It's kind of
Started
self-explanatory.
watching streams and like slowly started picking it up.
Yeah.
हम्म.
All right. So do you want to challenge Angad or Niha? And
सर अभी मेरा चेस 24 पे अकाउंट नहीं है.
Acha. Okay, so maybe you can
हम्म.
create an account and I'll get you on for the next one.
हाँ
Meanwhile,
सर,
I'll
अभी
get
बना
someone from the
लेते.
waiting room.
हाँ सर, ले लीजिए, तब तक मैं म्यूट हो जा रहा.
ठीक है. No, I'll keep you in the waiting room and you
ठीक
create
सर.
an account and write in the chat and I'll bring you back. I also see Seema. Hi, Seema, are you there? Can't hear Seema either.
Yeah, even I can't hear her.
Yeah.
Guess this time it's not a
Um,
problem with my speaker.
Hello, Seema. I feel like I heard him say yes just now, but I mean, oh hi just now, but he's having mic issues.
You did
Okay.
hear somebody say, "Oh hi"? I saw nothing.
Yeah, like a while ago, like when he
Okay,
first
okay.
joined in. Yeah, not anymore.
No, I think I'll just go with one of the. Let's get something started.
Sure.
I'll just pick Hardik, our first player.
I have played against Hardik, so it's Nihaya turns.
Yeah, I
Okay.
remember. Hi, Hardik.
Hi, Srinath. Hi,
How are
Angad.
you?
Hi,
Hey buddy, what's up?
hi, Angad.
This is my
All
Hardik voice.
yeah, I've got a
हार्दिक तू
pretty low
जीएम बन
voice.
गया अब तक?
नहीं यार 1300 ही है अभी भी.
ओहो, चलो कोई बात नहीं. Probably by next week.
Probably by next week. Yeah, maybe 10 days, but yeah, I'm gonna
Oh
try.
yeah, कोई बात नहीं. I'm not that strict as a teacher, so it's okay. You have my blessings.
Uh,
Oh, Hardik is your student, Angad?
No, it's just he can be my teacher. Yeah, is that good? So don't.
Okay.
myself,
All
man.
right. Shall we get the game started?
Yeah, who should I
Yes.
challenge?
Me, right?
Maybe we'll
Yeah.
start with Angad because he has to leave a bit earlier,
Oh, okay, yes.
and
Okay.
you can finish off.
For revenge.
Yeah, the
क्या है
revenge
क्या?
match.
All right, I'm sending in the challenge.
Hardik,
Uh,
you get 1 minute, I get 3 minutes, okay?
uh,
नहीं,
around
normal 3 का page.
3 minutes.
3 minutes, yeah.
All right.
All right.
Wait, I think I challenged the wrong person. Let me abort.
Great.
Okay.
Uh, just a second.
So
I
Neha,
hope
after
that
the
Angad
game
Ranyal is a
starts,
better chess player.
We'll just mute
Mute.
ourselves on Discord and unmute on Zoom.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, I got it. I'm accepting and I'm removing my earpiece.
All right, we have the games.
Okay. I have unmuted myself.
Uh, why is there an echo? From no,
Oh,
I think the
wait.
echo is out now. Yeah,
Is there still an echo? No, right? Oh, okay.
yeah. I think.
Um,
Hang on. I know what's the issue. Yeah, now there shouldn't be an echo. Now can you say something?
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it was coming
You
from
can hear me,
Angad's.
right?
Yeah.
All right. So
Back to the Ivan's Gambit. You were not there in the first stream, no, Neha?
the first stream, yeah, I wasn't. I think I joined for the second stream.
You joined like on the even number streams, yeah? Two,
Yes,
4.
yes, 2-4.
Maybe next one might be the sixth one.
Might be the sixth one, or it might be the fifth one. I'm aiming for 5, but let's see.
Yeah, hopefully 5, but maybe.
Oh,
So Hardik is he was the first ever player to play in this Discord segment against Angad. He's self-taught. He's also a musician from what I remember, and
oh,
like all the people who are watching and practicing, he's very passionate about chess.
yeah. His opening looked great. Even now, I like White's position a lot
Yeah, Angad wants to castle
better.
long, but
Yeah.
here he missed a trick by not playing d5 at this point after c into d4, and now bishop d7, knight c3, queen e7. It's still not a bad position, and Angad's speed has improved, I think.
I find playing on shorter time controls a huge hassle. A huge hassle.
Oh, look what he's done.
It's a blunder, right?
Yeah. I'm
Knight,
surprised.
yeah.
Looks like
Uh,
Hardik seems a bit out of practice.
yeah. Free rook,
Free what?
rook. The rook on
Yeah,
d1.
D1, yeah. I
Oh
actually missed
no.
that initially.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now he's losing
Now
the
his
whole house.
yeah. I feel like after the bishop a4 blunder, you know how when you play one blunder, you go into this loop of playing blunders and trying to make your position worse because psychologically, like you feel terrible. That happens to me a lot.
Yeah, I think it happens to everyone. It's a general thing because it's the domino effect works everywhere. Yeah, it induces that kind of chemical reactions in your brain. It makes you feel worse. And in general, when you feel good, you play better. When you feel bad, you play worse. I think there is a very clear correlation towards this. Oops, Angus has blended now.
Yeah, the bishop d6.
Yeah, he didn't know what to do. He should have played d5.
Oh,
Why?
Hardik missed. Yeah, I think it's because he lost the bishop, then the rook. Now he's trying to play on the defense and he's missing out.
No, he's not playing for the defense. He's trying to bring his pieces against Angad's king. D5. I'm so happy to see this move finally.
Yeah.
I was begging and screaming for it, and it's something I just taught today. But still, it's quite tense, because it's very hard to play with 1 minute,
Yeah.
especially when you're learning out.
You should have just taken that d5 pawn with the knight, right? Would that have been the better move there?
But then white also takes bishop into
Takes.
d5, you know?
Okay. Oh yeah, that's true.
No, queen e2 is not a bad move at all. Uh, it's a bit adventurous, but it's not bad. Yeah, now he can just take
Oh yeah, take the
Hardik's bishop.
bishop.
From here, it's very difficult for white. Even if Angad blunders, he has too little time to take advantage of it.
Yeah, 12.
I also see Aman Shekhar in the chat, who is also a regular here. He has played, I think, at least 2 times, if not more. And I'll have you take them on today, Neha.
Oh, okay.
So last time they defeated Angad,
Angad is playing amazing though.
but why is he suddenly? I just got a bit worried. Why is he playing so slow? Now this is he just blundered his rook.
Oh no!
Oh my god!
Uh,
Now it's a flagging game. Just
yeah,
it's
a
all about the
flagging.
flag. But Hardik feels confident. Oh man, he's snatched. He's pre-moving.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was
That
incredible.
was yeah, that was
Flag
a
Rama.
great comeback for
Gambit.
Hardik. Hello.
Oh
Oh, what a game, man.
wow.
I want to talk.
What a game, yeah.
There's a lot of echo. Niha,
Hardik.
mute yourself on Zoom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my stream is already muted, so it's not my side, I guess.
That was me, yeah. Sorry about that. But yeah,
Yeah.
brilliant comeback.
Yeah, it was some comeback. I panicked a lot in the middle game, but yeah, I managed to keep my cool in the end game. I knew I had to come back on time. That was the only way I had. And then he hung his queen.
Yeah, so Angad
I
in
saw. I
yeah.
even saw that the queen is there and it can attack, and I don't. It's just last
Didn't know.
seconds panic.
Ha. But you know,
Nothing
in
else.
these
I saw the
situations,
queen was attacking that piece. Yeah. Sorry.
when you have little time and your
Hmm.
opponent has even little time, then just try and pre-move any legal move possible.
Hmm.
It's all about the time, and Hardik was
But
pre-moving and you were
okay.
not, which was the difference in the end.
Also, anyway, when all of that happened, it threw me off. Also, that in one point, I blundered my bishop. He didn't take it, and that also sort of like I already in my head started going defensive. That was a problem.
Acha,
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
yeah, I remember that moment.
I blundered in this game. Like just too many.
Yeah,
Great
Uh,
game, Hardik. Great game.
not
But
your
I'll come
best
back.
game, but still good finish.
it got lucky. That's it.
Well, I think
I
you took
wouldn't
your
say luck.
opportunity when you got that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks again for the game, Angad. Eh,
No thanks to you, Hardik.
All right. Thank you, Atik. See you maybe next week.
yeah, sure. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.
Yeah.
Bye.
Pulling in Abhyudhya again. Hi, Abhyudhya. Are you there?
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, hi.
Hi.
Hi. Yeah. Hi. So tell us a bit about yourself. Is there an issue with your mic or something? Okay, we'll go for the next person. Back to Suryansh. who has got his chess 24 account, hopefully.
I don't know whether they are within Discord looking at it. Like, are they aware that they have been pulled into live PC?
They should be. They start hearing us as soon as.
Oh yeah, true.
Hi, Suryansh. Are you there?
यस सर सब कर लिया सर अकाउंट बना लिया
Awesome. Welcome back. And
हाँ सर
can you challenge Angad?
सर कैसे करते हैं ये बता दीजिए इसका अभी पता नहीं चेस 24 का ज़्यादा
Acha, no problem.
Oh,
Go
you
to
just go to-
yeah.
Search for my profile, Angad Ranyal.
सर आई एम ऑन फोन
Acha,
Oh,
what? Tell us your account, and maybe Angad can challenge you.
Yeah.
सर इट्स
What is
एम
yours?
सेन EMSANE एम सेन
Yeah, sorry.
EMSA.
SANE एम सेन
Okay.
EM. I'll
यस सर
send you the profile link.
हाँ मिल गया. But I can't see the option of like the challenge me
Yeah, I
wala.
also cannot see it. I don't know why.
Maybe he has to play a game before people can challenge him. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
अच्छा सर यहाँ वो फ्रेंड्स का ऑप्शन नहीं है कि आपको हम जैसे भेज सकें
That option is
Yeah.
there, but it's not visible here. Like,
Manini, I have clicked on your add friend. Did you get a request?
सर एक मिनट आई नहीं सर होम पे भी आ गए सब देख लिया नहीं आई आपकी रिक्वेस्ट
नहीं मैंने तो भेज दी इधर से.
ऑनलाइन सर आपको हम लिंक बना के भेज दें तो आप करोगे डिस्कॉर्ड पे
I don't think we can do it like that here.
सर चेस 24 की रहेगी वो जैसे हम मोबाइल पे साइट खोल लें अगर उसकी तो
But I don't think link. It's possible to send the link on Chess 24. But maybe we'll have you next week, and by that time, maybe you can play some games and keep your account. Would that be okay?
ओके सर ओके सर
Thank you, Suresh.
Thank you, Suransh.
थैंक यू
thank
सर
you.
Today has been a lot of talking and very few games. Vinay, hi Vinay, are you here?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hello.
Hi,
Oh yeah. Should I challenge?
welcome. Yes, please.
Oh, okay. I just downloaded Chess 24 thanks to the stream. So I see
Awesome.
challenge. I see challenge me here. Should I just click on that?
Yes, challenge me and the 3 minutes each option.
3 minutes. Okay. Challenge. Okay. Where is the game?
Are you? I have to accept the challenge first. You have challenged me, right?
Yeah, I have
Yes.
challenged.
Yeah. Okay. I am removing my earpiece.
Awesome. The game has begun. I'm going to Zoom. Niha, you can also come to Zoom and mute yourself on. Yeah,
Yeah, hi.
awesome. Hi. Immediately the King's Gambit.
Yeah. Um, when I saw the stream and was like, okay, he's got to try the King's Gambit now. But let's see if Angad remembers what you taught.
Yeah, but I taught him from the black side, yeah, and he's playing it from the white side.
True.
I feel a bit sorry for Angad. He has been losing quite a bit recently, and a lot of these games have been due to time or something like that. He's been playing well, getting the upper hand. Here, I quite like the position he has from the opening. I think he should play moves like Rook D1, Bishop C4. but I do hope he's not getting intimidated. Rook d1 is very important to prevent black from castling long, to retain the king in the center. Knight c3 I don't like as much because
Prevent
now,
him.
yeah,
I think he wanted to prevent queen takes b2.
yeah, true. But I think that was not the priority. He should, uh, yeah, Rook c1 is also not a nice move. Now, if black castles long, black has a really good position.
Yeah.
But Angad is probably looking at some queen into b7.
Oh, that's now you can just take that knight, right?
Yeah,
Can you?
you can. It's not a good move by black. You can take the knight, but
Okay.
Rook d1 is also not such a bad move. The priority of Angad, he should play bishop b5 check next. He can actually win this very quickly. Yeah, now he can just take the knight.
Yeah.
Awesome. So he has a winning position. Now he has to win within time. This is not going to be easy. This is going to be tough. The part of winning within 3 minutes. This is where Angad struggles the most. And
Time controls, right? I feel
yeah,
like time controls is a huge issue for me as well. I struggle a lot with time.
yeah, I think it's got entirely to do with practice.
Yeah. And even the art of pre-moving, I haven't mastered it yet, and I don't like it.
Why not?
Um, oh, it's just I'm really bad with moving fast with the mouse. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
Um,
again, it's very easy to improve in these things.
that's true. I'm working on it.
It's blended
Oh,
his piece back.
yeah,
So
blunted.
it's a time. Oops.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
No, but yeah, time is a huge issue, Even if he's a piece up, the time deficit is too high, and it's going to be tough for Angad to get back here unless his opponent slows down substantially.
knight. I would have, if it was me, I would like just try to exchange pieces with knight d5 check there, but that works. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That would have been the conventional way to go.
Yeah.
But what Angad has played is also not at all bad. Now, the thing
Yes.
about improving playing fast, the more you practice, the more you feel familiar in that zone of having less time. So, one of the first problems when people have less time is they start panicking. And we start panicking when we are in unfamiliar situations where we are not sure what to do.
Oh,
So, yeah.
for me, it's not that I panic, it's that I forget about the clock. Then I'm like, wait, let me, have a second. Oh, the rook on e5, he could have taken it
Yeah,
with
I
the
know, I
knight.
know, I know, I know.
Oh, he can still take it, right? And then he'll still be like bishop up.
Yeah, but now his rook is hanging. If he takes it at, he probably got a bit confused.
Yeah.
Rook into
Um,
a7 check.
yeah, as I was saying, I just get really lost with time because when you play classical, it's 1 hour 30 minutes, and you have all the time until it goes down to the last 20 minutes or so.
So maybe you should just stay away from classical chess.
Is I think this is the first time a coach has like told me to stay away from
Oh, he missed
classical
a mate
chess.
in one. He missed a mate in one.
Uh,
Oops.
wait,
Rook a8 is mate was mate here. Now he still has this
what?
mate. Oh man, Rook a8 was mate. He has to play Rook a8 check.
Oh, he has
Now
30
it's no
seconds
longer a
left.
mate.
Oh
c7 is
no.
covered.
Yeah. Um.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea to stay away from classical chess because you got to get better. You got to practice at what you want to get better, yeah,
Yeah.
essentially.
Again on time. Oh no.
Yeah, yeah. At least he's pre-moving now, though. Oh my God! Oh my God! That was 0.1 second.
Oh God.
Again.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, that was an incredible game.
Yeah.
It's damn frustrating to lose on time, man. It's damn frustrating.
I know, Angad.
I
I'm
felt
really
the
sorry.
I felt the frustration as well.
Yeah, but
Yeah, there were a lot of free pieces. I think we both missed a lot of free pieces, I believe.
oh yeah, I'm sure. You missed definitely one bishop. I saw that, when I gave you as a check, you could have just captured it with your knight, and then you gave me your rook for free, which I noticed later on, which I didn't capture. matlab.
Yeah, and you also had a
Yeah.
mate in one at 2 points.
Oh.
Really? Who was going to mate in one?
You, Angad.
Angad,
Oh,
yeah.
so morally, I
Oh.
won this match.
Yeah, morally you won all the matches. You're playing well. I think you just need to give yourself time, practice.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I
It will
don't
all
think
I
he
come
just
needs
through.
wanted
to
to
give
say,
himself more time. You need to practice giving yourself less time.
Yeah.
Vinay, you're saying?
I just wanted to thank Srinath because and Angat. I wanted a player, a comedian who plays at my level, so that the coaching can, so that I can improve with him. So luckily, Angat plays at a level where I am at chess. So thank you for organizing this.
Which only, Vinay, it only means that you really have to improve, huh? If you play at my level.
But Srinath is so good, man. The way you teach Srinath is amazing. It really helps to learn from you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Vinay.
Thank you.
Thank you. And
Thank you,
see
Vinay.
you next week.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
sure.
Goodbye.
Bye,
Bye.
Nihaya. Thank you.
So now, Nihaya, you can start playing.
Alright.
I would have really loved if Angad finished off with a win, but next week.
At least in both the games, at one point, I was dominating, if not anything
Absolutely,
else.
absolutely. Your chess is quite good, and I think this will help your 10-minute games as well. I pulled in Justin
Yeah.
Believer, who also flagged Angad in the last week.
Hi
And
everyone.
hi, Harpreet, right?
Yep. Oh wow,
Yeah,
Srinath remembers everybody's name, huh? Great.
I remember last stream, you are talking about Harpreet who doesn't like Justin Bieber, and the next second I
Who
again
loves
ask his
Justin
name.
Bieber? Ah, okay.
Hi, Harpreet, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Can you challenge Nihaya? Her account name, what is your account name?
Oh, it's just Nihaya, Nihaya.
Let me search. What time control? Same 3 minutes,
Yeah,
right?
same 3 minutes.
Yeah, any extra additional minutes you give me would be really appreciated too.
I just challenge.
Yeah, let me see. I haven't got the challenge yet.
I can cancel and challenge again.
Oh wait, it's
Yeah,
loading. Yeah, could you send me the challenge again? Okay, wait, no, I have one. Oh, I got the challenge. I'm gonna accept.
awesome, awesome. Let's game has begun. Angad, maybe mute yourself on Discord and unmute on Zoom. The King's Indian defense on the board.
Great. Uh, wow, the white has really captured the center.
Yeah, White is doing really well. So Niha will get revenge for all the people who are flagging you.
Okay,
That's
there's
why
some
I brought her. Huh?
there's some echo.
Now it should be solved, I think. That was because Niha and
No, it's still there.
Acha, from where is it coming from? Because I muted Niha and Justin on Discord.
Now it's not there. No, it's
Ah,
there.
okay, it's coming from Niha on from her Zoom, I guess. Is it? No, her mic is mute on Zoom as well.
Okay, let me try. No, it's there. Okay, you talk about the game. I think it's not at your end.
Yeah, it's definitely not at my end. I don't know from where it's coming though. Anyway, Niha has a fantastic position, the King's Indian defense. I think she's one pawn up. Yeah, she's one pawn up, and now she's winning a rook as well. So now, Angad, you can see how it's done, how you win. But maybe I guess she forgot to remove her headphones.
Hmm. But also, she's doing great on time.
Yeah, she's playing really fast. She's playing really well. I wonder, I'm still not able to figure out where the echo is coming from. But yeah, she's just killing
Yeah.
Justin Bieber.
अभी वो उसका बुलेट चेस वाला टाइम भी पास नहीं हुआ है.
Yeah,
Oh, he resigned.
game over. Yeah.
Hi guys.
Yeah, is
Hi.
overplaying bullet chess. I think you forgot that it's a blitz
No,
format.
no. I told you, I've been practicing my time and I was freaking out the entire time. Like, it takes me an active effort, I think, to play for the time because otherwise I take like 10 minutes per move.
No, but I
Yeah.
think
Great game.
yeah, excellent game and well played, Harpreet.
Yeah, thanks.
I think we have time for just one more game.
Uh,
Yeah,
Srinath, can I bounce?
yeah, sure. I remember, Angad. Feel free
Okay. Will
and
you be able to
thanks for.
manage the screen, the entire OBS screen?
Oh, yeah, the OBS is an issue, yeah.
Okay. So I will just put my camera off then.
That will be maybe just cover the camera with something, and
Yeah.
then when
I have
I
a.
yeah,
Just call me whenever the stream is over so that I can end it.
sure. Just remember to leave Discord.
Yeah.
Thank you, Angad. Okay, so one more game, and I'll bring in Aman Shekhar, who's a regular here for the last. Hi, Aman, and hi,
Hi.
welcome back.
Hi.
Hi.
Can you challenge Niha?
Sure. I just did.
There's some background noise, but yeah, I think that should be okay.
Oh,
Once the game starts,
okay, Aman Shaker. Okay, I got
Yes.
your invite. Okay, I'm gonna. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. The games have begun and we won't have an echo problem. I'll just mute both of them on Discord as well. And now we can focus on the game. Nihaya having the black pieces again. How did that happen? Shouldn't she be white after the previous game? Yeah, it happens every Thursday, although in usually it happens at 5 p.m. Today we are doing it at 6 because Angad had a show at around 5. But yeah, it happens weekly once. The schedule is a bit flexible. Good position out of the opening for Nihaya. And in general, she's playing much faster. It looks like she's making a conscious effort to play quickly, which is really helping her in this 3 minute time control. And yeah, so the 3 minute or 10 minute or 5 minute, it's all about practice. And everyone can get better at a really short time, but it takes a bit of investment of time. That is something we cannot help, unfortunately, at this point of time without things like Neuralink or some invention of Elon Musk. Sayantan, the answer for your question is within your sentence itself. But yeah, hopefully I'll release my Chessable course by March first week or maybe second week. And after that, I'm hoping to be more regular on these streams. Hoping to be. Hoping something, well, unless something new comes up. Yes, Asha, this is the last game for today. But guys, do like the stream and subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and do create these Chess 24 accounts. We have this uh, s- Discord section every week on stream where people can come and play on Discord. So be ready with your Chess 24 accounts from next time and learn how to challenge other people beforehand so that uh, more people can come in and play. The game is going pretty equal so far. Both the players are doing quite decently. Aman is actually a very, very serious player. I've seen him on be a regular on these learning chess streams. I've also seen him be a regular on other chess streams. I've seen him be active on the chat section. So he's very passionate and he's very interested in improving his chess. And I think he's also quite skilled at his main profession. And the best thing about these streams that we are doing is we have started building a nice little community amongst ourselves. It's like a little village, and I'm already starting to get familiar with people. Shritu, next week, do join us, and I will definitely pull you onto the live VC. Everyone will get a chance for sure. Hardik, sure, I'll teach you how to study openings, and it can also be a general session. I would love to do that. Aman is on the lead. Aman is a piece up and he's doing really well. Niha being smart though, she has more time, and that I think matters more in this situation because it will take a lot of move to checkmate from here. Almost White has to play at the speed of a move per second, and it's going to be very difficult for White to do that. So the only chance that White has will be to constantly set black problems, Niha problems, so that she also takes time. And he's being smart. He's going into an endgame position. He has simplified things, and he's also starting to pre-move. He knows his stuff. He's not a bad player at all, and Now he has become very close on time, and I think Aman is a big favorite here. Black has to just start moving towards white's king. Rook b1 check, a mistake. She had to play rook king e4 king f3 and then give rook b1 check there. Now she's going really low on time, and it's going to be tough for Niha to bounce back from here. Rook b5 check, very good move. Yeah, I think Aman is taking this one for sure. Unless he makes a very obvious blunder. He's playing much faster, and he was able to accelerate when things got close, when his time got less. That was a good game by Aman.
In the end game, actually.
Hi Aman. Well played.
Thank you.
You really started accelerating at one point, yeah?
Yeah, I got a touches to win a pawn, then I started. And actually, I used to study endgame a lot.
Awesome,
I never
awesome. That was
study.
brilliant.
I never studied for opening. My motive is to uh, first 10 to 15 moves, prepare your, develop your pieces. Don't lose anything, any material. After that, it's the middle game. I used to study middle game and end game only. I have one book which I have completed twice actually. How to reassess your chess.
How to
Reassess
reassess
your
your
chess.
okay, by
Yeah,
Jeremy
by
Silman.
Jeremy Silman. Yeah, and the end game also by 100. That end game Silman's complete end game course.
Awesome,
Yeah.
brilliant.
By the time we reached endgame, like I was I was
Yeah,
struggling
this
on
root end
time,
game
and
was a
I
very basic thing,
yeah.
so that's why I was good in end game. So that's why I won.
Sorry, yeah, I lost you.
Sorry, I used to study end game a lot. That's why I was confident in the end game.
Okay. Yeah, the familiarity certainly helped, yeah, because you really started
Yes.
playing fast
Yeah.
when the time.
Yeah. Maybe you have seen that I was 30 seconds less in the middle game.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
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 Well played,
That
and
studies help.
true. Uh, proper testimony that hard work
Yeah.
gives results.
Yeah.
Thank you, Aman, and see you next
Thanks
week.
so
Thank
much,
you.
Aman.
Thank
That
you.
was
See you
great
next.
play by you.
See you next week. Bye.
Yeah,
See you.
bye. So, with that, we'll also end this week of Learning Chess. Thank you all for watching. Do like the stream and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And thanks a lot, Nihaya, for joining. And hope to see you.
Thanks a lot too. Yeah, today was all about gambits.
Yeah, gambits. Starting with how to play against gambits, and also my students losing in the Discord. That's also kind of
Losing,
gambit.
yeah,
But
definitely.
yeah, it's a lovely little community that we are beginning to have, and I'm starting to get familiar with all the viewers and all the people in the Discord as well. So do join the Discord as well if you haven't, and we will keep this going every week. Thank you all for joining. See you. Bye bye.
Thank you for having me as well.